When I first got the keys to my studio, I knew that my first photo production had to be a special one. But instead of reaching out to companies to shoot their products, I figured what's more special than a photo shoot with y'all. So I'm dedicating my first production to you guys, the community that got me here. Welcome to Building Studio Romeo, a series about a freelance artist who just wants to make cool things with his friends. In this episode, we are testing out a new lighting setup and prepping for the very first 10 subscriber shoot. The link to book your session is in the bio of this video, by the way, so tap in if you're interested. All right, so we just got the first backdrop. What if I just tore through the whole backdrop?
Yeah, you sliced through the whole thing.
I sliced through the whole thing.
Oh, it's pretty close.
Oh, it's kind of... Hey! It's like this gradient colored red, orange. You might be thinking, Ralph, why did you choose this red backdrop? And to be honest, it's because I haven't really used a textured gradient backdrop before and I wanted to try it out. This whole studio is about trying new things, whether it's a new lighting setup, new camera gear, new backdrop, and this one just stuck out to me. So I decided to try it. As soon as we got this set up, I went straight to taking photos with my homie Lawrence. Right off the bat, there were some minor issues, whether it's the little dip in the backdrop or the wrinkles by his feet from the material bunching up. But the main problem was, and this is a pretty big problem, the photos weren't hitting like I wanted them to. Like they were cool, but I didn't love them. For the lack of a better explanation, they were giving yearbook photos, like super simple yearbook photos. Like there was no sauce to them. I really wanted to set the bar high for y'all and make y'all excited about these photos, so we had to do something about it. My hair is so awkward right now. If you plan on growing your hair back out after buzz cutting it, just know that you're in for a wild ride of wearing hats every day, because this middle school length situation is not it. But yeah, we're at one of my favorite stores. I spent way too much money here and I'm probably gonna spend a lot more money today, but it's all worth it because I want these photos to be fire. So let's get it. Why would I get mad? Play this shit so loud, make your name. All right, first off, if you want to be humbled, go to the camera store and talk to a sales associate and have them critique your work, because they will go crazy on you. And I always trust sales associates because they know their shit. Like they see everything, they see all the gear in the world. They probably had a photography career of their own. And yeah, they just know their stuff. So on the flip side, you can always ask them for ideas and ask them what gear you need for your next shoot. So shout out to Jackie at the Sammy's Pasadena location. Super sweet lady. She said she had a studio in Arts District for about 40 years. But yeah, I showed her the photos from the test shoot and she immediately said they were flat and then the background was too hot. So at this point, I was buying whatever she was gonna recommend. And she recommended this silver Pro Photo softbox. We were using these. This Westcott softbox, which is just the average 2x3. Essentially, silver softboxes are used for more contrasty, punchy light, as opposed to a white softbox that's used for more even, softer, smoother light. It's kind of like comparing direct sunlight to sun that has a cloud covering it. She said that fashion photographers typically lean towards the silver softboxes because it brings out the details in clothing and the textures in the material and all of that. And that was pretty convincing enough for me. So I bought the silver softbox, scheduled another test shoot with my friends, and I feel like we nailed it. We got the models coming in 30 minutes. She said I wasn't even wearing it. But yeah, models come at 12 today, and we're gonna get some test shoots in.
Rich nigga shit I do a lot of. Nigga, we be sipping out the bottle. I be fresh as hell, rockin' Prada.
For the test shoot, I had 3 friends pull up who are pretty special people in the content creator space, if you ask me. We had Colin, who is a world-renowned model, who's been in Vogue Philippines, plays for the USA 3-on-3 basketball team. He's basically the Filipino Troy Bolton. Then we had Jenin, who is an actress slash talented dancer who you definitely have seen on your TikTok For You page. And David, who makes crazy day in the life reels and cinematic vlogs on YouTube. You've probably seen them. I told them I wanted their personal styles to carry throughout the photo shoot, so to come in something they were comfortable with. And I think they really showed out. Can I get the same thing except 45-degree angle? So like you're gonna be turning like that. Yep. It's fire. Sick. If you could hold that, that'd be fire.
Yeah. Let me lock in.
You're good. Sick. What's up, dude? Thanks for making it.
Bro, you're tall, bro. You're tall. I know, bro.
Damn.
The tallest Filipino.
It's gonna feel weird, but could you do lefty just for the photo? No one's gonna call you out.
Just trying to capture that low shutter.
Kind of tough with the studio lights and everything because my shutter speed is catered to the lights.
Understood.
So like if we were outside, like no problem, like I would just do all
Because the
that.
lights
But
are
like,
consistent.
yeah. Fire, that's the one.
Got it?
Yeah. And then, all right, let's run it, David. Over the shoulder real quick. Tough. I'm gonna go in, look in. Hands in front. Maybe accentuate the hand so further, and that way I could shoot through. For the new lighting setup, we went with two ProPhoto B10X Pluses. One with the new silver softbox attached. I used that as the key light and threw it about 45 degrees in front of the model. And then I threw the other softbox behind the model to create depth and separate the subject from the background. On the back softbox, I took off one of the layers of diffusion to give it more of a punchy light. And I really liked how it looks like sunlight leaking onto their shoulders. And in some photos, you can see a little beam of light come up from behind them. And on the opposite side, I don't know if this really did anything, but I just put it there just in case. I had a big silver reflector reflecting light off to the other shoulder because the last thing I wanted was the backdrop to seem closer than it actually was. I also wanted to keep the backdrop darker rather than lighter to give off more of a burgundy orange vibe rather than a pink. But yeah, I was extremely happy with how the photos turned out this time, and I was way more excited to offer these photos to whoever signs up for a session. As I mentioned earlier, the link to book a time slot for the first subscriber shoot is in the bio. All 10 photo shoots will happen in one day, which means that my team is working effortlessly to make sure this runs smoothly. I've said this a million times, but this is the first production in my own space, so I really want it to be special, and it's really special that y'all are interested. If you missed out on this one, that's too bad. I'm just playing. Y'all know that I love taking photos and meeting all of you guys, so I'm gonna make sure these happen frequently, whether it's here, back home in Seattle, or even in the Philippines, wherever Studio Romeo takes us. So just make sure to subscribe and stay tuned so you don't miss anything. With that being said, thank you guys for being here. I'm gonna get back to planning this thing, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.